Hello you guys, my name is Abigail. Welcome back to my channel. I am filming a little bit of a different look today, clearly. Very bright colors, not neutrals like I am used to. I even have a bright lip on. We're really doing a full send today. I did get this Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette that I really wanted to play with and try. I've heard a little bit about it. I've seen it on YouTube here and there, so I was definitely really interested to try it and play with some crazy colors. Saddle up and get ready to watch me try this rainbow eye look, which I have never done and is completely out of my comfort zone. But enjoy and keep watching. Alright, so today we're going to be playing with the Me, Myself, and Mmmmitchell palette that he did with the collaboration with Beauty Bay. It actually is really cool. I really love the packaging on this one. Not only is the outside really iridescent and cool, you open it and it is a warm tone section all over here and then a mirror that is actually magnetic and you can remove, and it's double-sided. And then all of the cool tones over here, and they are actually really big pans. There's plenty of space in there. It doesn't seem like you would hit pan on any of these for a while, which is awesome. All of the reviews on this palette that I have seen online on YouTube, which is how I found it, have been amazing. And today I'm just gonna go ahead and play with it. We're just gonna go ahead and do warm tones on one side, cool tones on another side, and there we go. Now, I am just going to start by priming my skin. My skin is already moisturized, washed, cleansed, did a mask today and everything. Let me put this on because it's going in my hands. So I just put primer on, and it is going to be the Tarte Quench by the Sea Hydrating Primer today. This one is just really good for summer. I like it because it's just an extra boost of hydration that I use, just an extra another little layer that I get to put on. Usually I start with my skin and go from kind of foundation and then I do my eyes. Today I'm going to do the opposite and start with my eyes since there's so many bright colors in this palette. I want to start with that. Next thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids. So I'm going to be using the Elizabeth Lott Thank Me Later eye primer. This is very well loved, as you can tell from the packaging. I've had it for a while. It just gives it like a nice even base. I just kind of put it all over my eyelids and a little bit under as well. I'm also actually going to prime my eyelids today by using my Tarte Shape Tape and Light Sand in the color 205, just to kind of give it a nice even base, just to kind of give the shadows a nice tone, just to kind of make them pop a little bit more. This is an Emax Design just concealer brush, and I'm just using this just to kind of blend this concealer onto my eyelid. Before I start my eyeshadow, I'm gonna throw on, I got a sample of this Tarte by the Sea Jelly Glaze and Strawberry, and it's just an anytime lip mask. I love it. It is so pretty and it gives it like a nice glaze, and it's also really moisturizing. Just gives my lips a nice moisturizing start to the day. That way when we later put on our lipstick, it will have a nice smooth sheen to it. Up next, we're going to start our eyeshadow, and I am going to start with Modest here, this top one on the warm side, just to kind of start as a transition color. And a transition color is important just because it just kind of gives it an easier base on your skin for the harsher colors, just because it gives it a nice transition blend into your skin tone. So we're going to start with Manchester, this color right up here. Ooh, yes. Oh my god, that is so pigmented. Before I was using a MAC 213 brush, I'm going to continue with that brush and just go ahead into Mr. H. Actually, we're going to use Mental, this color right here, this orange color. Oh my god, the way these colors are blending is literally a dream. So smooth. Next, I'm going to be using a Farrah 25EL blending brush, and we are going to go straight into Morning Glory right here, this bright pink color. This is the one that I've been most excited to use. I cannot wait. Go in the outer V, blend into Mental here. Next, I'm going to go back into Mental, that orange color, and just kind of touch up where it kind of disappeared while putting on that pink. Blend those two in the middle. Those actually blend beautifully. They are like creamy sherbet dreams right now. I am loving this. Those edges are actually pretty harsh up here, so I'm just gonna take a clean blending brush and just kind of blend into the edges through here. What I'm noticing as I'm blending is when I'm putting the outer pink color onto the orange and the orange onto the yellow, they are becoming a bit patchy. That might just be my eye primer. I think I need something a little more thick and a little more pigmented to kind of give it a better base to work upon. I'm just gonna go ahead and touch up this orange here. Oh my God. The way that it is transitioning on top, I feel like I could use a little bit more of a transition color. So I'm gonna try to go in with this Milkshake color here with a Real Techniques all over eyeshadow brush. Give it a nicer transition there. Kind of liking that. We're gonna see. So unfortunately my camera actually died when I was doing my left eye and the cool tones over here, so I'm just gonna quickly walk you through what we missed. I kind of did the same technique as over here, just the same blending, a sunset look on this side, and I wanted to do cool tones over here. So I used this Shmoney color right here in the inner corner, blended that into Mist, this bright blue, and then I blended that out into Morgan, this bright purple right here. The one thing I will say about these is Shmoney showed up perfectly with no issues at all. Mist, I did have some issues when I was blending the top here, and then I did use Myles High, this really pretty lavender color on top, as I did with Milkshake on this side, just to kind of give it a better transition. When I was applying those colors, the only issues that I did have was with Mist and Morgan over here, which I do know that purple colors are really hard to make really pigmented and have a really strong effect. I'm not sure why, I just know that purples are a difficult color for makeup brands to perfect and make sure that they are giving the full payoff that you want from them. In general, they look great right now. The only issue was when I was taking my clean blending brush and blending the top with a little bit of Myles High right here, this lilac lavender color. The only issue that I ran into was that it did kind of tend to fade over here through Mist and with Morgan a little bit. So other than that, the colors are showing up great. I love the way that they are blending. I'm very happy with the look. I think it's really fun so far. I feel like even though I love the blend of these colors, I do want a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna go in with some glitter. On this side, I'm going to use Marine. This translucent iridescent color does have like a blue reflect. I'm gonna go ahead and use that one in the center of this eye, just right here, just to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. I'm gonna take a little bit of my De-Slick setting spray and just kind of spray that brush, get it a little bit damp, and then go ahead and dip into that Marine just to give it a little bit of a better color payoff. Much better. As you can see, as I'm putting this glitter on, that Mist color is kind of disappearing in that crease a little bit. So that's what I was running into before. I'm not sure if it's just the way that I'm applying it, but it is kind of tending to disappear right there. I'm gonna take a little bit more Mist and just touch up that color just to make sure that it is getting that full potential in the crease. As I took Marine on this side and the cool tone to give it a little glitter, I am gonna go in with Mmmmitchell on this side and take that just in the same spot, just in the center of the eyelid. Daddy. I'm gonna go ahead and try with my finger just to kind of see if it shows up a little bit better. Yes, so much better. I'm actually gonna go in with Melted as well, this kind of sparkly gold color up here, just in that inner corner. One thing I am noticing is with the glitter shades as Marine, Mmmmitchell, Melted, Minty, it definitely is better to use your finger to apply it rather than a brush. I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and just kind of clean up the bottoms here, just to prep to do my foundation. And we are gonna come back after doing concealer and everything to do the under eye. I did wet my beauty blender earlier. I'm just gonna give it a quick spritz with my setting spray just to make sure that it is fully moisturized, and it will help my makeup stay a little bit longer as well. Today for foundation, I am gonna be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear. The color I have is 1W1 in Bone. It's full coverage, covers absolutely everything, gives you a really nice blank slate to work with, and with such bright eyeshadows, that is definitely a look that I want to go for today. Just a complete, just cover all, and just a blank slate so that I can redesign everything on my face with these bright eyeshadows. Give it a good shake. I'm just gonna take that wet beauty blender, bounce on the back of my hand, and apply. Make sure that is all blended. After my foundation is completely blended into my skin, I'm going to do some cream contouring, and I'm going to be taking the Hoola Cream to Powder Bronzing Stick. When contouring, I like to take it from the top of the ear to the side of the mouth just to kind of shape my face and give me a good guideline with my contour. Because this product is really warm, I do like to use a light hand when applying it. Just makes it a little bit easier to blend. For my Hoola contour stick, I did just use a Emax Design face brush just to kind of blend it. I feel like it just works a little bit better than my Beauty Blender. It just gives it a little bit of a smoother finish. I really like to make sure that when I am blending under my jawline, I like to make sure that it is a nice smooth finish, because this is just to kind of camouflage, give me a sharper jawline. I want to make sure that there's no harsh lines, just that it blends nicely from my foundation to that contour and back down to my foundation on my neck. A little bit left over on the brush, just take it under my lip to give us that nice little pout. Next, I'm going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape again, that same 205 light sand color, to highlight and conceal under my eye and just highlight throughout my face a little bit. Just 3 dashes on each side, and I just blend from there. Now, for me, I like to highlight and conceal in this way. You can do this as well if you have higher cheekbones. I have pretty strong apples in my cheeks, and I just feel like it kind of pops this area a little bit more and brings this out. Since I have a rounder face, I like to bring out and highlight the center of my face a little bit more. Now, I am not sure what's happening. My nose, for some reason, is severely oxidizing with this concealer. If you can kind of tell, it is just like eating up the product here. It might be my primer, it might be the mask that I did earlier on my skin. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just wing it today because that is what we're doing, and we're looking great either way. I'm gonna try to take a little powder foundation, just some of my Bare Minerals, and just put it on top of that and just see if it sets and see if it helps it hold a little bit better. Okay, so that kind of worked with my Bare Minerals a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and keep going and just hope that that stays. To set my foundation, I'm gonna use my favorite, the Laura Mercier translucent powder with a Real Techniques powder brush. When setting your foundation, it is important to pat down the product first and then blend. You don't want to just blend straight away because that will move all of the other cream and liquid products that you put down under your powder. And then I just gently kind of swoop around in a circular motion just to get rid of any of that powder that's just left over. My nose is oxidizing a little bit. Maybe it's just extra oil that's going on in my skin right now. That is as good as it is gonna get for today, and I'm happy with it. Next, I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, the powder one in light to medium. This thing is also very well loved. I use this daily, and I'm gonna use my Real Techniques contour brush today. We're gonna dab into that cool tone here to create that nice shadow with the contour, and I like to mix it with a little bit of the warm tone shade just to give it a nice sharp line. Same thing with that jawline. When I am contouring, I do like to give myself a nice sharp jawline, as I said, so I like to create a nice shadow down here. From here to here, just kind of make my cheekbones pop. For my nose contour, I'm going to take a Farrah concealer brush and those same 2 colors, the cool and warm tone, together, and just kind of do a nice nose contour. Up the sides to create a nice shape, and across the top, and just under to give me a nice little button nose. And again, I like to take a little bit of that excess on this brush and just kind of go under my lip. Give it a nice little pout. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be taking that same Anastasia palette, and I just use this yellow tone and this white tone here just together to give it a nice set under, to create any creasing, to make sure that it is nice and bright under my eyes. Do a little along here to sharpen up those cheekbones. And I like to set my smile lines as well because girl likes to smile. Next, I'm going to be taking this is a mini, but it is a Park Avenue Princess bronzer with a Farrah bronzing brush. Just give myself a little bit of bronze on my face. And for bronzing, I like to dab this way, same thing I do with my face setting powder, and then blend. And then since it is summer and I do like to have a little bit of more of a glow, I will just kind of take the brush loosely and just kind of go across my face here, down and just kind of blend and give me a nice bronze look. The next step, I'm going to be doing my blush, and because I'm using such bright eyeshadows today, I'm going to use a little bit more of a neutral blush, the Pixie by Petra and Beach Rose. Just give myself a little natural color. Dab in there, just gently flush on my apples and my cheeks. Next, I'm going to finish my eyes and just do my under eye here before I move on to my highlight. For the warm tone color, I think I'm going to try taking Milkshake and just going under my eye and blending that out. I'm going to take an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow brush that I got in my Norvina palette and just dip into Milkshake and just gently go along the lower lash line. This color is pretty pigmented. It is a fair pink, and I do have fair kind of pinky toned skin, so I feel like I have to layer it a little more to get it to fully show up. I am going to go back in with that Morning Glory color, this bright pink here, and just kind of go on the outside of that lash line just to kind of make it pop a little bit more with that same brush. Just blend that outer V straight into the lower lash line. Next, on the cool tone side, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to take that Myles High lavender color and lead it across, and then Morgan to touch up the outside. On the other end of that brush, on the fluffy blender side, I'm just going to take that along the edges and just try to smooth those out a little bit more. The purple, I am having a little bit more trouble with how harsh this line is, as the pink is just kind of like a nice blend into my skin. Next, we are doing my favorite part, which is highlighting. To get that to highlight to really pop, we are going to take my setting spray, my trusty D Slick, which is what I like to use in the summer. It kind of helps my face with a little bit of oil control, makes it last through that AZ summer heat. So just spray this on. I'm going to be taking a fair highlighting brush and a City Color highlight trio, and I'm just going to be using this center neutral color here just to kind of give my skin some glow, just on those top of the cheekbones here. So satisfying. If you really want to glow, spraying your highlight brush with your setting spray, that will definitely give you a very strong glow. So I'm just going across the high points of my face, and then I'm going to be taking a Urban Decay brush, taking this on my nose, just on the bridge and the tip, and then in my inner corners to give me a nice pop. And then lastly on that brow bone here. We love a highlighted brow bone. You love to see it. Next, I'm going to be taking my Marc Jacobs highliner in Pink of Me on my waterline just to kind of give my eyes a little bit of a bigger look. Typically, I would do my eyebrows next, but I'm actually going to go ahead and do my mascara just so they have a chance to dry before putting on falsies. I'm going to start with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara just for my lower lashes. It just gives them really a lengthy, long separated look. And this is that applicator. It's very thin and sharp, gives it really nice length, but it doesn't give it very much volume, which is perfect for lower lashes. I went ahead off camera and just finished my upper lashes as well using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. For my eyebrows, I just quickly filled them in as well with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Brow Dip Brow Pomade. I'm going to go ahead and set them with the Benefit Gimme Brow in shade 4. I do really like the Gimme Brow. I feel like it just adds some extra volume to my brow hair. It makes them look a little more natural after kind of blurring them with the color from the pomade. Next, we are going to do lashes. I got these at Target. I actually really like these. These are going to be the Eyler London Luxe Silk Lashes. We're going to use the Dark Tone Duo Lash Glue. As you can see, I threw my lashes on. They are glued. They were a bit of a struggle today, but we powered through. I'm going to take some mascara quickly and just set my lashes to the falsies just to kind of give them a better blend, make them look a little more natural. Lastly, we are going to do the lip. With a bright look, sometimes you can do a neutral look. I'm going to line my lips with a NYX Nude Pink liner, and then from there I might add a little bright lip gloss. We're going to have to see. And as I line, I am going to fill in the entire lip just to give it a nice neutral look and a nice base to see what it looks like with just a neutral pink. This would be a good look if you just kind of wanted to keep it just a matte, natural, neutral look on your lip. But I'm going to take it a step further. I never wear this gloss because it is so bright and loud, but I feel like we just kind of have to. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills in Weekend Barbie, and it is a gloss with plenty of shimmer. I look like I'm celebrating a divorce. Kind of clean up those edges a bit. The last thing we're gonna do is set this with setting spray so it'll last all night. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. It is definitely not something that I'm used to doing daily. It is a new thing for me to do. This palette, I love just because it is so much fun to use. The colors are amazing. The pigment was a little disappointing for me, how when I blend them they would kind of disappear. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to keep it when I want to do fun looks like this. If you have any other crazy kind of fun rainbow looks that you have done, please comment down below and let me know what those are, because I'm definitely interested in trying more crazy colors like this and going a little out of my comfort zone. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye! I look like a goddamn rainbow.
Cute rainbow.
Cute rainbow.